What is going on, guys? We're playing some WWE 2K17 today, and we're going to be previewing and going over my predictions for SummerSlam 2016. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and go over all of those here real shortly. We're going to go ahead and go over all the matches that are so far listed. The Enzo cast, Apollo Crews, Miz, AJ Styles versus John Cena, the Orton, Brock Lesnar, of course, and many more. So stay tuned. We're going to go over all the matches. We're going to review them, and we're going to give you why I think they're going to, or who's going to win, why I think they're going to win. And we're going to go ahead here and get started. But one thing I do want to make clear is, guys, I'd like to know who you think is going to win the match as well. So please do let me know. Love to have the discussion. But we're going to go ahead here and start off with the Enzo Amore Big Cass versus Chris Jericho Owens rivalry. Now, this was ignited by a mixed tag team match that only involved two of these superstars, which is Enzo and Jericho. Post-match ended in a code breaker to Enzo, which drawed Big Cass down to the ring. And this left the bout of a 2-on-1, obviously, Chris Jericho in the need of finding a partner, and it looked like Owens would later tell Jericho he has his back, resulting in this 2-on-2 match. So who wins? I say Jericho and Owens. Why? Because they seem like they're a newly formed alliance, you know, calling themselves Jericho. They want to try to make these guys a team and everything, so they have to give these guys a W. They're not going to be a successful team if they go out and lose their first match. So I think these guys win the match to build some chemistry. Coming up next is the Apollo Crews versus The Miz Intercontinental Championship match. Crews earned a match after winning the #1 contender triple threat match versus Kalisto and Baron Corbin the other week. So who wins this match? I'm saying The Miz. Why? Because, you know, with the brand split, I think we need to start seeing some new rivalries. I think this is the start of the Miz Apollo Crews rivalry, where eventually Apollo Crews does win that U.S. Championship, maybe in a pay-per-view after this or the one after the following one, but I do not think he wins this one. Considering The Miz has held the title since April, I do think he is closing in on getting ready to turn over that championship, but I think he holds on at SummerSlam. And like I said, they continue a rivalry which will maybe result in an Apollo Crews title reign later on. Coming up next is New Day versus Gallows and Anderson. Gallows and Anderson attacked Big E, injuring him the other week, which resulted in the New Day agreeing to a title match to defend against these two superstars. So who wins? I'm saying Gallows and Anderson. I think for the first time, you know, somebody is competing against the New Day that is charismatic enough, big enough, you know, they have a big enough name, they have enough, I don't know, pizzazz to hold the titles. Most of the people they've been fighting lately are guys that you're like, these guys would not make good WWE Tag Team Champions. But I can see Gallows and Anderson doing a great job holding them. And the New Day has held these titles for a very long time. So I do think they are well overdue to turn those titles over to someone else. Coming up next is Reigns versus Rusev for the United States title. Now, Reigns made it clear he wanted a title shot, but Rusev did not want to accept this title shot right away. It wasn't until Reigns went over the edge and ruined Rusev and Lana's wedding celebration on Monday Night Raw. So who do I think wins this match? I'm going to say Rusev, and here's why. I'm not sure how Reigns is looked at by WWE right now. We all know how Vince can be relentless when it comes to superstars violating the rules, drug policies, and so forth. When guys get suspended, you know, you can quickly see guys go from top of the mountain right down to mid-carder. They've done it with a lot of guys, and it's really a concern to make you wonder where they're actually going to go with Roman Reigns. So I'm saying Rusev holds on to the title for this turn. Next is the Divas Championship match, which is Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. A rematch between the two, except Dana Brooke will be banned from ringside this time. Who do I think wins this match? I'm saying Sasha Banks. Why? Because Banks just, you know, attained the title last pay-per-view, or you know, just attained the title in the last match they fought for the Divas Championship. And usually when they have a rematch of some sort, when somebody just the championship changed hands, you normally do not see them change hands again. So we're gonna go ahead and say Sasha Banks holds onto this title for this pay-per-view event. Next is the Rollins v Finn Balor match. The WWE champ is on SmackDown, so Raw created the WWE Universal Championship. Rollins was handed a spot in the title match by Stephanie. Balor, on the other hand, had to earn a title shot in a fatal four-way match. So who am I thinking wins this match? I'm saying Seth Rollins. I think there's zero chance at all Finn Balor wins this match. It's my opinion, but that's what I'm saying. Does he have a bright future? I think he has a huge future ahead of him, but at the same time, I think it would be way too big of a push for a guy that jumped straight from NXT to the WWE and become the champion in a matter of weeks. That seems like way too big of a jump at one time. And not to mention, WWE is really big on Seth Rollins, so I do think he will be the face of Raw for quite some time, or at least, you know, until next pay-per-view, of course. Next, we got Ambrose versus Ziggler. Ziggler qualified for the championship by winning a star-studded six-pack challenge featuring Cena, Cruz, Corbin, Wyatt, Styles. Seems like, you know, a milestone kind of deal for Ziggler, one of the biggest matches of his career. But who do I think wins this match? We're staying with Dean Ambrose. I think Ziggler did surprisingly cut a great promo the other week on SmackDown. Had to throw that up in here, but I feel like at the same time this is like a kind of filler match kind of deal where they're just putting somebody in there to fight Ambrose until some of these other rivalries get split up, where they can have maybe an AJ Styles or a John Cena or somebody like that come in there, or maybe even they're building up for a Bray Wyatt rivalry with him. But I think he wins the match. Coming up next is that AJ Styles versus John Cena match. This rivalry has been going on for quite some time. Honestly, I'm getting quite bored of it, and hopefully this is the end of it. But the thing I don't like about it is it's another singles match. Add something interesting to the match. Make it steel cage. Make it street fight. You know, make it feel like it is the end of this rivalry, where it is a very important match, because they've been doing these singles matches forever, it seems like. So who wins? I don't know. But I'm going to say AJ Styles for this reason. I think the winner of this match gets pushed into that WWE title picture. And if you imagine, you know, AJ Styles heel, Dean Ambrose face, that'd make for a perfect face-heel title match coming up in the future. So I think that pieces the puzzle together a little bit better if AJ Styles were to win the match and then say he deserves a title shot. But, you know, we'll have to see how that goes. You guys have to let me know who you think wins this match, as well as it is one of the bigger matches on SmackDown. Finally is Lesnar v. Orton, a rivalry that is booked as due for over the past 15 years. This could make for a picture-perfect kind of match, with the thought of an F5 being reversed into an RKO, which is how I think this match is going to end, honestly. I mean, with an RKO, with an Orton RKO, of course that is. This match seems to me to be more important for Orton to win, making his return to WWE, as what it appears, you know, to be him wrestling full-time again on SmackDown. I think it's a big deal for him to go out there and make himself a, you know, make people realize he is still an elite superstar on this roster, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with if he can beat Brock Lesnar, of course. And these guys are my predictions. Like I said, what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win these matches? Everybody's opinion is going to be different. This is how I think it comes out. We'll see how it goes, but you guys will have to let me know. As always, guys, I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.